I got a little girl in trouble on purpose. So I have a 1-year-old son named Tommy, and we were at this neighborhood playground on a Tuesday afternoon. It was one of those perfect spring days where everyone and their kids were out. Tommy's still at that age where he just toddles around and explores everything. He doesn't really play with other kids yet, just kinda does his own thing, you know? Anyway, there was this group of older kids, maybe 4 or 5 years old, who had basically claimed the main playground structure as their territory. And there was this one little girl who was clearly the ringleader. Tommy wandered over near the bottom of the slide where they were playing, and this girl immediately goes, "What are you doing here? You're not invited." I was sitting on a bench about 20 feet away and heard the whole thing. Tommy just stared at her with this confused look because obviously he has no idea what she's talking about. Look, I get that kids need to learn boundaries and all that, but this girl wasn't just protecting her space. She was being straight up mean to a baby who literally couldn't even talk back. I walked over and guided Tommy to a different part of the playground. No big deal, right? Kids will be kids. But then I watched this girl do the same thing to 2 other little kids. She'd tell them they couldn't use the monkey bars because her and her friends were using them. She'd push smaller kids away from the swings. That's when I noticed her grandma sitting on the other side of the playground, scrolling through her phone. And this wasn't one of those permissive grandmas who lets kids do whatever. She had that no-nonsense energy about her. The girl would only act up when grandma wasn't looking. The second grandma glanced over, she'd put on this sweet little angel act. So I got an idea. I waited until the girl was playing right near where her grandma was sitting. Then I let Tommy toddle over toward the slide again, staying close behind him. Sure enough, the second Tommy got within like 5 feet of her little crew, she whipped around and goes, "I already told you, you're not welcome here. Go away." But this time, grandma heard everything. "Excuse me? What did you just say?" The girl's face went completely white. "Nothing, grandma. I was just playing." "No, you were being mean to that little baby. Come here right now." I pretended to comfort Tommy while watching this unfold. The girl tried to argue that it was her playground and she was there first. Grandma was having none of it. "This playground is for everyone, not just you, and you do not talk to other children like that." "But grandma, he's too little. He doesn't belong with the big kids. He's a baby learning to play, just like you did when you were his age. You should be helping him, not being mean." The girl started getting that pouty look kids get when they know they're in trouble. "It's not fair. Why do I have to share?" That's when grandma stood up and started packing their stuff. "We're going home. If you can't be kind to other kids, then you don't get to stay at the playground." "No, grandma, please, I'll be good." "Too late. You had your chance to be nice." The girl started full-on crying and begging, but grandma wasn't budging. She grabbed the girl's hand and started walking toward the parking lot. As they walked past me, grandma stopped and apologized. "I'm sorry about her behavior. She's been having a difficult week, but that's no excuse." I told her it was totally fine and that kids are still learning. But honestly, I was pretty satisfied watching that little bully get exactly what she deserved. The best part was Tommy didn't even realize what happened. He just kept playing happily on the slide while his playground nemesis got dragged home early. Sometimes you gotta let karma have a little help.